Hello students, today we are going to discuss the second chapter of computer. In the previous video we have discussed the first part of this second chapter. In this video we are going to discuss the second part of this chapter. In the first part we have discussed the generation of computer based on hardware, but in this video we are going to study the generation of computer based on software. So let's start. Just like 5 hardware generations, there are software generations too. The very first generation is machine level language or machine language, which is a two-state language having symbols 0 and 1. This is also called binary language. Computer being mainly an electronic device understand this language. To avoid difficulties working with the machine level language, assembly language was introduced. Assembly language uses mnemonic codes or symbols. The assembly language is considered as second generation computers. Whether it is a machine language or assembly language, it was still tedious to provide data and instructions. We are more comfortable with English-like language. It would be much more comfortable if the data and instruction can be provided to computers in English-like higher level language or subset of English language, and computers can be trained to translate it into machine readable form. Taking this idea as an inspiration, the third generation language as a subset of English language were designed. These third generation language are also known as higher level language. To make machine automatically translate the content written in higher level language, specially utility called translator, such as compiler and interpreter, is used. The translator written in machine understandable form converts data and instruction provided into the English-like higher level language into machine understandable form. Example of such higher level languages are C, COBOL, and Java programming languages. After exploration of such third generation programming languages, more sophisticated programming environments called fourth generation languages are introduced. The fourth generation programming languages reduce programming effort by just specifying what to do instead of how to do. Structured query language (SQL) is an example of the fourth generation programming language. While fourth generation programming languages are designed to quickly develop applications by specifying only what to do, fifth generation languages are designed to make the computer solve a given problem without a programmer. Some examples of applications that require such support is fault finding, voice recognition, and intrusion detection. Such tasks are carried out in transparent fashion from users in order to avoid complexity and to facilitate user-friendly interactions with the systems. Fifth generation programming languages use artificial intelligence techniques to meet their goal. The artificial intelligence techniques can handle impersonation and supports human-like self-learning and problem-solving. These characteristics help putting the AI-based application a step ahead with added intelligence in comparison with the application developed in other programming language or tools. Now come to the topic of types of software. There are two major types of software. First is system software and second one is application software. System software manages computer hardware and act as an interface between computer hardware and software developed for business application. System software provides important functionalities like booting computers properly, managing memory, channeling data from secondary memory to primary memory, managing printers and other resources, Example of system software is an operating system. The translator programs mentioned in this chapter are also example of system software. Some translator programs transform whole source code written in a programming language into another computer language at once. The transformed code is later executed to obtain the desired results. These programs are called compilers. Some translator programs transform the source code into the target code in line by line fashion and produce the result simultaneously. These programs are called interpreters. Since interpreters try to convert the source program line by line, they can concentrate on a single line, hence it is not possible to analyze the source code fully. Further, the interpreters are generally slow in comparison with the compilers. Computer also support business applications such as printing reports from data stored, calculating bills, generating pay slips, making attendance, printing students' mark sheets, etc. Special softwares need to be developed for this type of application specific support. Such software is known as application software. Application software is a set of computer instructions that provide application specific functionalities to a user. These functionalities may be general purpose such as word processing or may be very narrow such as an organization's payroll program that generates pay slips in company's format on company's reprinted stationery. Now come to popular computers. We have discussed that the computers operate on binary digits 0 and 1. Even if the instructions are given in any generation programming language, ultimately they are to be represented into sequences of digits 0 and 1. Hence, the computers are also known as digital computers. Analog computers use linear combinations of voltage amplitude or current or frequencies or phases instead of digits. That is why they are called analog computers. Some computers use mixture of these technologies and hence known as hybrid computers. Then come to next topic, personal or desktop computer. You can see an image of desktop computers. These computers are the most popular computer system. They are easier to use and more affordable. They are normally used by individuals for their routine business activities. In this image, it shows a simple desktop computer. Desktop computer is used for regular computing operation from a specified place such as an office. Modern desktops are accompanied with monitor, keyboard and a mouse along with a system box. Next, laptop computers. Laptop computers are portable and lightweight computers with a thin screen. They are also called notebook computers because of their small size. They can operate on batteries and hence are very popular with travelers. A laptop computer is actually a personal computer for mobile use. A laptop has most of the same component as a desktop computer including a display, a keyboard, a pointing device such as a touchpad and pointing stick and speakers into a single unit. Nowadays, thin version of laptop called Ultrabook is becoming very popular. The Ultrabook size and weights are thinner in comparison with the typical laptops. Ultrabook computer technology use high powered low voltage processor with long battery life. You can see there are two images of laptop computers. Now let's study about handheld computers. Handheld computers are also known as personal digital assistant PDA. They are small in comparison with laptop and can be carried anywhere. They use a pen-like stylus and accept handwritten input directly on the screen. The screen is generally a touch screen. They are useful in applications like scheduling appointments, storing contacts and addresses, and playing games. Now, tablet computer. A tablet computer is a portable and mobile computing tool. It is a mobile computer like a bigger mobile phone with a touchscreen facility. It generally uses on-screen virtual keyboard, a passive stylus pen, or a digital pen. Typically, such tablet computers do not require keyboard. There are two popular categories of the tablet PCs. These categories are a slate tablet and convertible tablet. The slate tablet is a type of tablet where keyboard is not attached. However, on demand, the keyboard can be added. A convertible tablet PC is basically a laptop computer with a screen that can swivel and fold onto the keyboard to create the tablet. Now come to the point, wearable computers. Wearable computers are also known as body-worn computers. These are tiny computing devices that are worn by the wearer. The wearable computers are small and lightweight as they need to be carried on human body. The wearable computers come in the form of bracelet, pendants, spectacles and rings. Wearing such devices enables constant interaction with the computing system. There is less need to turn the device on or off. Further, such devices are multitasking. You may do other routine job in parallel. Often such device is considered as an extension of the user's mind and or body. Variation of wearable computers such as a small program chip is used for monitoring animal movement. A pre-programmed lightweight microprocessor chip is stapled on animal's body part like ears. Such a chip monitors movement of animal in a given region. So students, here we have learned the generation of computer based on software and different kind of computer, how many software are there. These some things we have learned today. You can see on your textbook page number 17, there are some MCQs are given to you. This is you will solve by yourself, and you can send me the solution of that MCQ on my personal number also. Afterwards, when we have next period of computer, I will give you the solution of that MCQs. Till then, read it properly, watch it properly and write the MCQs in your notebook also. In the next chapter we shall learn about, in next video we shall learn about our next chapter. Till then, goodbye.